Since my talk was presented, a number of viewers have noted a few issues. First off, the first edition Unix did have a duct tape one could use to bootstrap Unix onto the PDP-1120 using a particular type of disk in a static configuration. It was not very flexible at all. This disappeared after the third edition rewrite for the PDP-1140. The fifth edition innovation that I described in this talk made this general enough to support many types of tape and disk drives. All that survives of the original is the documentation, however. No sources or binaries have survived from that era. Next off, Paul Riesendahl has reported on the TOO's mailing list that he's discovered references to a glance terminal which was connected over a network that wasn't Spider to a PDP-1145 running Unix in 1973, making it a contender for the first use of Unix in a network. This predates the 4th edition Spider driver we have, though no known copies of this code exist. Finally, it turns out that the surviving copy of the BBN TCP stack does not use the file name passed to it to control where connections are directed. Instead, it uses the third parameter to the open system call to pass in a command block that contains this information. Early versions of Unix did not have a proper VFS layer or any VFS layer at all, making virtual directories such as these difficult to use and making them differ from other directories in the system in ways that were unpleasing to users. This is why the socket interface was developed. Bill Joy did the initial socket work in 4.1a BSD. Sam Leffler finished this work in 4.2 BSD. Finally, the link to the additional material was incorrect in my original talk. Here is the corrected location.